Live.
What do you think about the Fox show Empire? I speak on it? I speak?
Yeah.
What about you ask me the question and I'll respond? That'll be better.
Okay, let me see if I can understand. Okay. What do you think about the show Empire? How it portrays black people in general.
It portrays us in a bad light. Ironically, it's on the Fox network. Unfortunately, people love the show, but you know, it makes us look bad, and you know, it makes us look like we're just ignorant. And then you have to remember the producers is Fox, the same network that wants us to look bad on their news networks.
Yeah, you're right about that. So me personally, I've been in the music industry, and the ins and outs of it are sort of a little bit like that, but that's not really, that's only one part of it, and most of it is fantasy, you know, in my opinion, because it seems more like a crime syndicate more than actual the ins and outs of the music industry, because for the simple fact is that it's based off of violence to some degree, and these type of things may or may not occur inside or around the music business, so to say, and it's not really giving you, in my opinion, a full look on how the music business is run. That's only a part of it. Now we all know it's a lot of greed in it, you know, a lot of some violence, people stabbing each other in the blackballing, and different things that people basically you know, exposing their talents for profits and not collecting what's really due to them. So Empire, what's your other opinion on the show from what you've seen? Have you watched the show before?
Yeah, the first episode I saw, whatever episode it was, and he was getting drunk. She was farting, and I mean, I'm like, putting all this on TV, farting and getting drunk, and I can drink you, money, you, and fighting in the street. And I said, no, this is the worst show on TV.
Okay, the next question is, New York City MTA has recently gone up on the fare. It used to be $250. Now it's $275. What's your thoughts on that?
I think my thoughts is just terrible, because see, now you have to pay $550 round trip. If you go to work, school, wherever, you have to pay $550 just to get there. I think it's insanity. MTA got billions of dollars, and then on weekends, if you notice, they're always fixing the train. Where's all this money going? It's not going to the employees.
Also, I think that the cost of living in the city is horrible. What's your thoughts on the cost of living and minimum wage jobs today?
I think it's terrible how they're charging people so much, and then minimum wage. If you think about it, if you think about the minimum wage, it raised up to what, $9, something like that, $8.
Well, it's still, from what I understand, is $7.25, $8.25, something like that.
Terrible. They're paying people that low, and the cost of living is going up. So it's almost like they're trying to make your life seem of value.
Right. Because in the last 10 years, the rent has gone up about 3 times what it was back in 2000, which was, I know I had a place before, the rent was $5 and some change. Now for a 1-bedroom or studio was about close to $1,000 or over. So people that don't get subsidies from the government or anything like that, or have Section 8, are really squeezed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, think about it. You gotta pay rent. You gotta pay gas and electric in some cases. Then you gotta buy food. Then you might want some luxuries like cable, electronics. So how is a person able to have at least decent or somewhat comfortable lifestyle making $7.25 an hour? Is that possible?
No, not in this city.
New York
Somewhere
City.
else, I don't know where, but not here.
Down south maybe, I think it's better.
Probably, I don't know. Country boy,
Okay, so recently I went food shopping, which was yesterday at BJ's, and the Yankees game series started yesterday, and I asked myself a question of how come it's all right to publicly drink in actually an urban neighborhood in the Bronx, and
my food is ready.
majority of the people was white. All of them were white, pretty much. And I observed people drinking out of red cups, which is kind of
Weird.
not a black thing or whatever, but my question was,
Styrofoam cup.
is it right for just because you attend a Yankee game or a football game and in the public parking lot in the daytime with cops and stuff directing traffic, nobody gets a ticket? And if somebody like you or I were walking in the street or hanging out by the bench or the park, and it's like 7 of us drinking, we all got red cups, and obviously it's not juice or water because not that many people are drinking the same thing at the same time, which never seen happen. Besides, it has to be alcohol, drink. So what I seen yesterday was, do you think that's fair for people, certain groups of people or certain events or functions allowed to drink publicly without any repercussions of getting arrested or summoned or harassed by NYPD in this case? Do you think that's right? And do you think that whole public drinking thing should be erased?
Honestly, man, I look at it like this. If it's not right for them, why should it be right for them? You see?
Right.
They're allowed to drink openly
In public. And by the way, these people were in groups. It wasn't like 2 people. It was like 5, 6, 7 people, all red cups.
Yeah, tailgating and all that.
Tailgating,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But if you and I have a 8-ounce Coors Light, it's an issue.
Right. It does. We don't even have it. Even if the thing is open, they'll give us a summons. So like.
Yeah, that's right. Even if it's open, not actually drinking it, it's open. But
Right.
they could just drink, and who knows what these people are. They could be police officers themselves drinking in public. It's okay for them, but let you and I drink in front, have a alcohol bottle open. It's an issue. We get a ticket, or people get arrested for it. It's ridiculous. Like you said, Shay, limiting public drinking. Honestly, if we can't do it, why should they? That's the way I see it.
Right. So the next question is reality shows. Love and Hip Hop is one. The Real Housewives, the mob shows. I don't really follow them too much, but do you think all of these shows are like poison to society?
Yes, they are poison.
And what's your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is that it's silly. They always, if you notice, it's always growing and drinking and fighting, and they call it a reality show. And then I think it's poison because it's targeting the youth. That's really who it's targeting, young people.
Right.
And it's making them give them a distorted view of adulthood.
Right. But as we know in history, the mass population has always been given distorted views, which is TV is basically the biggest propaganda tool on the planet.
Yeah, because you know it's called TV program. Like you're being professor ever say program. It's like a you know what I'm saying? Program. It's programming you to think this is acceptable. Propaganda, like you said.
Right. I got another question for you. Recently I heard that Creflo Dollar, he was taking donations for him to buy another a jet, and from what I understand, that the donation could be no less than $300. So as a man that's supposed to be a man of the church, why would you expect people to donate you getting a plane? Not even a plane, he said a jet, to take food to Africa for the people who don't have food. Now, you know, they did some research on this, and the amount of food that he was talking about taking, the capacity that the jet holds is far less than the number of food he claimed he wanted to take to these countries. So, not only that, if you at least want to sound somewhat legitimate, why would you have a fixed donation amount of $300? It could have been you could have at least said, we'll take anything that you can give. No, he said $300 mandatory. So, we all know these guys run around with Phantoms and 2 or 3 houses, and the word is he already got 2 jets already. So, that's what I heard. So what do you think about this type of abuse and using religion to get it, to enrich yourself?
I think it's wrong, personally. In the Bible, Jesus flipped over the tables and stuff. And remember, Jesus he was about showing love. It wasn't about a fixed donation so he can do this. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure he may want to help people in Africa, but why do people have to give a fixed donation for him to get a jet to do it? I mean, couldn't he just get an airplane or something?
No, well, the word is he already has 2 jets.
Yeah, why get another one?
He wants the public to basically pay for it.
Doesn't the Bible say you're content with what you have? Why is he getting another jet?
Well, he's being more than that because he's richer than his congregation.
Oh yeah.
You know, so, and he's not the only one. T.D. Jakes and one of these guys I know. I think so. One of these guys I know. I heard that they bought the palace on the Grand Concourse in the Bronx.
Oh, that was Dollar.
Right, Dollar. So actually, this is the same guy.
It's Dollar.
So you know, think about it. If you have money to buy a piece of property, why do you need, and this jet is estimated to cost around $16 million if I'm correct. So he already had it planned out how much per donation it would cost to buy this plane. So doesn't this kind of tell you that this was already planned out, that he actually counted and estimated the dollar amount, what he would need per person to buy this plane?
One thing you have to give him, he's not a stupid man. He's clearly not. But what he's doing is wrong, using God's name to justify, finances for himself. That's wrong right there. And I think that he oh my goodness, 16 million for no jet. Then the gas and everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Plus he's being that he's in the church, he's pretty much getting tax write-offs and tax exemptions, subsidies from the government, which we all know is that we pay for it. It goes out of our pocket in the people like him. And he's not, the church and the religion is not the only abuser of these, if you want to call them privileges, which they are, is pretty much corporate welfare.
Yes.
And they steal from everybody else and give to them.
Yeah.
So
why don't you help out people in his congregation? Why he has to go way over there to fix a problem?
Right, and we got situations like Detroit,
You know,
where it's no water.
bankrupt.
It's bankrupt, and they're cutting people water off. I just heard recently that Boston is next.
But really,
Yeah,
just
Boston
like Obama,
is-
he said
Boston
he
is
was
next.
he said on some show, no, some conference, he doesn't want to turn a blind eye to the problems in Iraq, but he's turned a blind eye to Chicago and Detroit.
Which, by the way, he's supposed to be from Chicago.
You know, why you gonna worry about Iraq?
Look at the violence
You got
and
Chirac.
look at the violence there.
You know, people shooting every weekend. He worried about Iraq. Come on, man.
We worry about a lot of countries, and we all, some of us know why, because it's in the interest of the elite.
Yeah,
It's not in the interest of the people.
No.
Because all of these wars, we know that nobody was in favor of the Iraq war
No.
when George Bush was there. But hey, did they give a damn? They still went.
No. Yeah.
We didn't even get a chance to really actually have any real effect on it. And the majority of people was opposed to it, but they still went to war. So does that sound like an empire to you?
Yeah.
And we all know that Obama has promised a lot of things.
Oh, please.
And,
He gonna take people from the Iraq war. It took him 3 years later. He said he gonna close down Guantanamo. He did it.
Mm-hmm.
It was all propaganda back in 2008. Oh, Obama. They
Right.
They made
And,
like Jesus Christ is coming back to earth or
Right.
something.
Also, he did say no more lobbying in Congress, and that has not went away. I mean, he promised a lot of things. It's a video on YouTube now where Professor Griff runs down on the Alex Jones show everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things that he promised that he never fulfilled. Now, it seems like some of it he's trying to do, but his term is already up. So what he could have did, he should have did that in the first 2 years of his presidency, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the last minute, because you pretty much it's half and half. So while you're in there and you want to try to get reelected to be the president, you got to serve your corporate masters in Wall Street. The next 2 years, not so much, right?
No.
Because you're gonna be on your way out anyway.
Yeah,
So you don't really have to do the bidding of them that much. You can kind of slide some things in there, but he's passed a lot of bills and a lot of executive orders that really take away the liberties of everyday American citizens. Well, what's your opinion on this? Like things like the National Defense Authorization Act.
Honestly, I don't have much of an opinion.
Yeah, it's that bad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this was also passed without a big public knowledge of it. It was done on a weekday or a night or something like that. I think on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, this bill was passed. Same thing if you do some research and look how the Federal Reserve Act was passed. Around the same time, Christmas, when most of Congress was on recess. And the president at that time was Woodrow Wilson. So these things, they go a long way back, and we constantly going, what's your opinion on all these situations with war all over now?
Well, the Bible said war is going to happen, but we know why war is happening. It's also because United, whatever, they want to take over that land.
Right.
They want their oil. It's throughout history this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Take a history. I learned this in a history school course. They want the water. They want the oil. They want whatever they got. Like they're trying to invade Africa. They want their resources. That's all it's about. It's not about freeing people.
Right.
I ain't gonna free people. You're gonna blow up their country. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. They call that liberating.
It's basically a robber. If he robs somebody's house, he's gonna take the TV, the valuables.
Right.
Normally, robbers don't go to a homeless person and rob him, because what's he gonna rob a homeless person for? He has nothing. But he can go to a rich person, rob them, take what they have. That's what that's what the purpose of war is, to take their resources. We got rid of all your soldiers. Now we own you.
Right. Next question. Mike Brown.
Oh yeah. Terrible.
Terrible. Next one, widespread militarized police force in America. What do you think about that?
Well, I look like this.
Are we looking like Nazi Germany right now?
Oh yeah. It's no different.
Police state?
Yeah. Yeah, it's no different from Hitler. I mean, Mike Bloomberg, he was making all these stupid laws when he first got in back in 2002. And Hitler, when you think about it, he wanted everyone to agree with him. His philosophy, the Hail Hitler and
right.
Things like that. All this started, I seen it starting right when Bloomberg came into office. The Nazi-like rule. He didn't want people sitting on crates. You think about it,
right.
It's ridiculous. What's the big deal sitting on a crate?
Right.
But
it's
why laws are made? Because if you was a copy, if you give me a summons, that's more for you. Like
it's to keep people in check.
You keep people in check, and also it's also making that precinct look good. Like, oh, look what we did.
Right. Next question: police brutality.
It's not good. It's not good. But sometimes people need to be educated how to handle themselves with the police too. Don't get loud with them, because a lot of them are scared of us anyway, black men already.
Right.
And a lot of these cops, they're from maybe Wyoming or I don't know where they're from, Vermont. They're not too used to, say, like East New York or the South Bronx, and this is where they work. So they have a negative view of us anyway.
Right.
So when you're getting loud and silly, they're going to get scared, and the first thing they do is get that gun ready.
Right.
So some people need to be educated how to conduct themselves around police. You don't have to be overly formal, just enough to, realize how to conduct yourself. Also, some cops are stupid.
Right.
Because I had an incident 2 years ago where these were two women. Now, one was white, one was black. I'm just sitting on the bench.
Right.
Right? And the white one, she came out and looked at my crotch and said, "You out here masturbating." That's sexual harassment. Why would she say that?
Right.
No, and she was, just looking. She was a short woman. I'm 6 feet. She's looking at my, crotch area like this, masturbating. And I let her know, listen, miss. I said, miss. Words like that. I didn't get loud and say, ah. I said, miss, I'm not masturbating. She persistently said, masturbating. And I said, miss, I do not masturbate in public. So they got my ID, put it through that machine.
Right. Yeah. Also, let people know about this machine, because I've never seen it before. So is it like does it look like a credit card reader type of thing?
Yeah, it does.
Because I've heard in my neighborhood they was running around with this. I think it was the same machine you was talking about, where they were scanning people for warrants.
Yeah, that's what it does. Evidently that's what it does, because when they put it through the machine, they saw I didn't have a record. She slammed against the dashboard. Like, just, I'm like, what? What is wrong with this? I didn't say that. I'm looking at this. Then the black one, at first she was quiet. Then she goes in my bag and takes my jump rope. And she said, "What is this?" I said, "It's a jump rope." "No, it isn't." Then she slammed it on the floor and hit it and stomped on it. I'm like, what is wrong with her? Stomping on my
And this is NYPD, right?
Yeah.
And now,
20th precinct.
Is that professional?
Nope.
You say which precinct that was again?
20th precinct.
The 20th precinct.
It was on 87th Street, Riverside. I was on a bench. Now, it's legal because there's not a sign that says I can't sit on that bench. There's not a sign.
Right.
So it's okay. Plus, there's a bus stop nearby.
Right.
And I was working for a company, a security company, and I sat on that same bench all night. So they basically were just lying to me, saying, "Oh, I need to get out of here," cursing and everything. There was, in honest opinion, they were acting more like criminals than anything. Also, the black one, then she asked me, "You from Hoe Avenue?" I'm like, "What?" She saw my ID. She asked me, "Am I from Hoe Avenue?" Is a place in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
And she said, "You
It's
from
a
Ho-"
street name.
Yeah, it's a street, the avenue, Whole Avenue.
Right.
By the 6 train. And she was
Right.
like, and I said, "No, don't you lie to me." Oh, she had this look in her eye, it looked like the devil or something. You know, she had this great look. You know, I'm like, what in the world? And she just looked at me like, I said, "No, I'm not from Whole Avenue." Then she said, "Get out of here." Oh, I couldn't wait to get out of there. That was
Right. So yeah, we gonna
no ticket, mind you.
we gonna close out pretty soon. This is a little pilot. You know, we gonna get this up on YouTube, and I guess, you know, we trying this out. We gonna put this out, see what y'all think. Well, we gonna create more, and we gonna do a whole bunch of stuff with
And
this.
subscribe.
Right. Like, subscribe, view, share.
And tell people, let
right.
people
So
know.
we still working on some names, but we got I think I got a name. We can call it Friday Nights with Ron, or we can call it We Ask Ron. You know, on the topics at hand, and we'll bring this to you.
I didn't even tell my mom about that. I said, "This is ridiculous."
Right. So this is a dry run. So we experimenting. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it from our perspective, our experiences, what we've been through, and bring also music, video, entertainment, and other things along with this. But you know, this is gonna be a 30-minute segment. We're gonna stick it up on YouTube and see what people think about it, and we're gonna start shooting more stuff. Music videos is gonna be coming.
Big things, y'all.
You know, spacewalker studio, music production, audio engineering. You know, we're gonna try to get some lessons and some training in a lot of different areas, and just give some knowledge to the youth, which is most important, and try to educate our people. You know, we gonna have some rant sessions, and we gonna have some educated conversations, and we gonna do our best to try to bring some guests down the road. So we gonna see y'all soon, and you know, that's Ron over there. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna come up with a whole topic, a whole name for this thing. So anyway, with that, peace out. We'll see y'all, you know, in a few weeks or so or more, however we organize it. And I hope y'all enjoyed, you know, a little brief conversation, you know, with my boy Ron. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy James Live, you know, on the dialogue in the background. Y'all gonna see me soon. And y'all take care and have a good day. We'll holler at you. Peace.
Peace.